Hello, here's another video I make for nobody so that I can heal. And there's a few people that actually watch the videos. According to Brene Brown, there's 3 components that fuel shame. Shame thrives when we keep it hidden. Oh, this is credit to Copilot AI. I'm reading from a search. The 3 components for shame to grow exponentially, according to Brene Brown. Shame thrives when we keep it hidden. The more we conceal it, the more power it gains over us. Silence, not talking about shame, allows it to fester. Avoiding the topic reinforces the belief that it's too dangerous or shameful to confront. So there's secrecy and silence. It's about hiding it. We hide our shame. The third one is judgment. Harsh self-criticism or fear of others' judgment intensifies shame. It creates a toxic loop of perceived unworthiness. We see ourselves as unworthy. So this is about where somebody else with power that can harm you, that requires that you keep your shame hidden. Think about that. Think, what's going on with this? This is about them controlling you. It's also about them recruiting you to be a member of evil, a practitioner of evil. That's what they are. John Bradshaw also worked with shame. Years ago, there was a program called John Bradshaw on the Family. He said something interesting. If you don't pass it back, you'll pass it on. If you don't pass the shame back to who put it on to you, they'll recruit you in this evil shame game, and you'll shame somebody else. You'll put somebody else down and make somebody else too afraid to stop you from controlling them. So you become evil, and you enjoy controlling other people just like they do. If you pass the evil back, I was done. You did evil to me. You shamed me. Mom, Dad, brother. That was evil of you. And it was done to you. That's why you did it. So Bradshaw said, who are you going to blame? The snake in the Garden of Eden? The blame keeps going back to parent, to grandparent, to great-grandparent. So, the Garden of Eden story is about shame. And it's about the knowledge of good and evil. So it's kind of like the end of innocence, the end of ignorance, the end of delusional perspective of life. Like, we don't die, we do die. Death is the boss over us. And so people try to deny that. And so there's shame of death even, you know. We have to keep it secret. So the object is eternal life. I'll talk about that more in a minute. The antidote to shame, having us under its control, is empathy. This is from Brene Brown. Now, like, if people react about my sadness, my grief, and they say, you can't cry, that's because they're shamed. They're too ashamed to cry. They can't feel those feelings. They would be shamed horribly by the people that are not allowed to feel those feelings. Okay, empathy disrupts the shame cycle. When we share our experiences with someone who responds with understanding and compassion, shame loses its grip. That's what I've been explaining. It's like it happened to them. We can all talk about this in the open. You're not in trouble. We're not going to blame you for bad behavior. That's guilt. I am guilty of bad behavior. Here's what I'm doing to stop that bad behavior. This, and this. The main way I've stopped my bad behavior recently is with forgiveness. And with the teachings of Meister Eckhart. And so he's about understanding that God is what we are. So and this is what Ibn Arabi, Ibn al-Arabi, or sometimes they pronounce his name Ibn Arabi for short. He is from the Muslim tradition. He became a Sufi. And the Sufis are about the same thing. Allah is me. That's all there is Allah. There's nothing else. So Ibn Arabi says, we never existed and we never will exist. Only the all-powerful one exists. The all-powerful one is making all of my thoughts, making all of my decisions. It's forming every thought in my mind and your mind. And you don't exist. Only it exists. That's eternal life. Because we don't identify with this. We identify with the one that's all-powerful. It's what we are. It's what a rock is also. It's what every drop in the ocean is. There isn't anything that is not the all-powerful one. So, that's it. This connects to the Garden of Eden story. The Gnostics said this God that says he's over us and we can never be any equal to him or anything like that, or we'll get our leg broke fighting with God. The Gnostics said that guy's a laughingstock because he's saying this stuff and he doesn't know about this mystical idea that the all-powerful one is equally everyone. So, look where we're at with this in Israel right now. So, the three things are secrecy, silence, and judgment. We're afraid of being judged. We're afraid of being bullied. They pick on me all the time. They call me names. They're trying to shame me. They're trying to rule me with shame. They're trying to break me. In the process, they've made me more powerful. It's like Star Wars, the original one. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, if you kill me now, Darth Vader, I will be more powerful than ever. So they're telling me they're going to kill me, that I'm going to get killed because I'm not surrendering to their shame-bound gang, group, religion, country, political faction. So they're going to kill me. And I'm like, well, why don't you kill me right now? See, this is telepathic. I hear this all the time. Because I've not surrendered to their group and their group's God, I'm going to get killed. And I'm like, I'm ready to get killed. Why don't you do it right now? This is my telepathic rebuttal. And then, I've said this so many times telepathically. You make me laugh at you with your smallness, thinking that you could control me with the threat of death. I laugh at you. The laughing stock, see? So it's just a bluff. If a human killed me, they would be in trouble and I would be better off. By far. We're controlled with fear. They say that what you fear, who you fear, controls you. Okay, so I've been going to AA for forever, since 1990. And I didn't get sent there. Madame Blavatsky said in one of her writings that you should not drink while you're meditating, trying to attain this higher knowledge, this higher understanding. And so I knew I was having all kinds of trouble from drinking because I was shame-based. And every time I tried to get out from under it, I would get beat up more. I had to leave my family's religion. I had to leave my family. So I got sent to a counselor, and he told me the story of Joseph's coat, that you're going to have to leave your family, cry, sad. And I accepted it. And I went to Egypt. And then when you get your power to build pyramids and to survive death and all that Egyptian mythology, then you have the food to feed the family and you have the power to rescue your family from the monster that's got them contained still, the shame monster. So, when people disrespect me, they are harming themselves. And this is what I need to learn. This is what I'm working on right now. So I know that they're not harming me. I can laugh at them. You're going to call me names, really? What kind of person are you to call someone names? Did they call you names? Do you dare talk about this? I'm challenging you to talk about what happened to you when you were younger and what you have to hide. Tell somebody about it. Doesn't have to be me. See, this is what happens at AA. We're taught to tell a spiritual advisor or a sponsor about all these issues that we've had hidden. And so the program of AA started in riots over the religion. There's video on that. AA started in riots. Clarence Spencer, he explained how Dr. Bob, the religious guy, was arguing against Bill, the more secular version of higher power. And they got the big book published. Like, it took 4 years of AA meetings, and they published the big book of AA. And so they were going to have their own meeting in the next town. Cleveland and Akron, Ohio. So Dr. Bob says, you can't do that. And Dr. Bob wrote in his story that he feels sorry for atheists and skeptics. And Dr. Bob talked about his Heavenly Father. That's what Mormons call it. I'm cringing inside. I'm just cringing. So I'll do my technique. Here's how I'm dealing with it now. It's drama. It's not real, because God is me. God is everyone. So they don't have a chance of winning against God. And God's me. So I can put the drama aside and not get caught up by the drama. And the reason is that I want to obtain a silent mind, where my mind is not racing, it's not trying to solve any problem. The problem's solved. I've given it to the All-Powerful. And the All-Powerful protects me. So I can be silent, and a silent mind is a divine mind. Because when I'm not using my ego to think about stuff, the All-Powerful is thinking about everything. We actually have this going on in our unconscious mind without us not even knowing what it's doing. We have no idea. A dream might happen over it. So the big book of AA talks about resentment as the number one killer of alcoholics. So we have these resentments. They call me a name, I resent them. They call it, then they do it more. And isn't that wonderful? Because they put me in this double bind. It's like Chinese handcuffs. The more you pull, the more it holds on. The only way you can get free of it is to not fight against them. But you have to fight against them. So it's like, help me. There's no solution. So it's forgiveness. So they did something wrong to me. I forgive them. I let them do it. I forgive them for me, not for them. I let them do it. I let them hurt me. Knowing that they're not really hurting me because I'm God. God is me. I'm indestructible. So now I have victory over my difficulties, like the third step prayer says. So I intuitively know how to handle things that used to baffle me. That's in the promises of the big book. Now that I've got the fire put out that was burning me up, I can focus on what feelings are going on within me and talk myself through it with self-talk, thought. So if something's disturbing me, they're using the old game to harm me some more, I can put it over there. I can become silent, Let them do it all they want. So I'm not trying to stop them anymore. I'm trying to solve the problem that way. So now I can solve the problem internally with taking some deep breaths, focus on my breath. It's like I'm not even there. I'm busy meditating right now. So I've separated the danger from me. And then when you're separated from the danger, you realize that you have some really powerful things to fight back with if you want. Sometimes I want to. I've been told to stand up for myself by my higher power. I know how to. They're afraid of death. I'm not. They hate that. So they want to kill me even worse. So I say, do. When you get in enough pain, I'll teach you how to get free of this. My way. Or the highway. If you want what I have to teach, you have to get it from me and nowhere else, because no one else has it. If you want to learn from Brene Brown, learn from her. That's what I'm doing. Because no one else has her knowledge of it. What a powerful statement. I don't need them. I have God as me. So evil people use AA to do evil. It's a cult. So the big book says, probably no human power could relieve our alcoholism, but God could and would if he were sought. AA is people, and I tell them that. AA is a group of people that cannot solve your alcoholism. And they hate me saying that. And I tell them on page, 45? The reason for, it's talking about resentment, getting free of resentment. The reason for AA book is to enable you to find a source of power to solve your problem. It's not human power. It's divine. It's transcendent of human power. It's beyond. So I'm actually going by the book. This is what's so weird. I've been kicked out of 10 different meetings because I didn't know the skill of forgiveness and let them do it. And now I'm as cool as can be. And the telepathic thought is, kick him out, kick him out. We don't want him here, kick him out. Let him do it. I stay silent. Can you see why they don't want me there? I'm destroying their human-powered cult. They would say, don't listen to him. They would discredit me. He's a lunatic. They'd call me names. Okay, so the number one offender, the number one killer of Alcoholics Anonymous, alcoholics, the thing that kills the most alcoholics is resentment. So somebody wrote in their story, this is not in the first 164 pages that was agreed upon in the original Big Book. Somebody said to pray for those that you have a resentment with to get everything that you want. So you pray that they have this great success or whatever. And I know of a person that said, I can't do that. All I can pray for is that they get run over by a train. And so his sponsor says, well, then pray that. At least he's praying for them. It's kind of funny. that technique enables evil. Because the people that do people wrong get prayed for to have lots of money, new car, house, and it happens. And they are rewarded for being evil. And they continue to be evil because people are going to continue to pray for them. I figured that out one day in a friend, and he was causing me some resentment. And I said to him, I'm going to stop praying for you. It shocked him. So it's like I knew there's something to this. The power of evil's real. See, evil can perform miracles, create miracles, just as easily as good. Because there's only one, all-powerful. And you can do anything you want with it. So you have people praying, and they create miracles, and they're on the side of evil. Their god is Judas, the god of the world, the Lord of the world, Satan, etc. There was a man that said that he one time prayed that the person got what they deserve, and they died or something. So then it scared him, and so he never prayed for people to get what they deserve anymore. And so he would tell people at meetings that, telling them to be on the side of evil so that you don't get hurt. I had a guy actually tell me, Steve, just surrender to the devil, you'll be better off. And I said, I probably would, but I'm not ever going to do that. Never. Okay, so I had no solution because I wasn't going to pray for him to get rich after they'd been harming a bunch of people. So I just recently found the solution, and it's what's in the first 164 pages. It's not from that story that was written later. And it's what I've already explained. It's forgive them, let them do it. For your own good, don't try to stop them. You have to know that you got a higher power on your team, or you won't be able to do this. If you're like me. So I'm just grateful that I got a guardian angel that communicates with me, directing me, and I don't always agree. There's different levels. It's like they wear a different hat. And sometimes they turn evil. And I'm thinking, you're out for yourself again. I don't want anything to do with you when you're like this. So then, the next day, we're staying friends. And because of our conflict, something's changed in the world. And I invite them to join Team Fairness and stop doing people wrong. And today she says, I suppose I will. And I said, supposing you will doesn't mean you're going to. Do it. And then they go into this, we're all going to die. We can't be fair or we'll die. Die then. I'd rather be dead than have to be unfair to people. It's just that they're being threatened by evil. It's telling them, if you stop being in support of me and my unfairness, you will die, I will kill you, because I'm evil. And so you say, go ahead and kill me. What are you waiting for? It's a bluff. Robert Falconer said the only way these spirits can control you is with fear. And some of them are defined as being diamonds. Not it's DAI. And he said, did you have a burning in the bosom, a heat in your chest? And I thought, that's what the Mormons talk about. The burning in their bosom. Then you know it's true. They just hooked up with Zeus, Judas. False Jesus. So when I was a teenager, I know the Mormon churches, they're not with Jesus. And I read, my spirit friend, after I almost died of alcohol poisoning, she said, read the Bible. What the hell? I'm going to start with Matthew. I came to bring a sword. Families fight against families. I'm like, I'm a Christian. This is where I'm at. So I thought, this is scary because the Mormons are anti-Christ. And it's intentional. So we arrive at this state of mind where we don't take things seriously because God is who we are. And then we might as well be friends with each other because we don't really need to get things by killing people and stealing their money or putting them into wage slavery. So there's an alternative to the coming destruction on planet Earth, and it's called Team Fairness and the World Fairness Agreement. We don't have to go down that path. Where I just read an article, I listened to it, in fact. It was in the Japan Times, and it's about how USA has created enemies all around them, like Canada, Mexico, everywhere. We're surrounded by enemies now. Thanks, President Trump. You're invited to join Team Fairness. Yesterday they told me that Ronald Reagan's gone. Well, I never did agree with him. He said that government's the problem. No, government's the solution, just as much as the problem. Bad government is the problem. Evil government's the problem. Good government is the solution. Team Fairness government is the solution. We can make a fairness third party called the Fairness Party. We can have a fairness amendment that supports the World Fairness Agreement to make it happen. And we can establish the ideal law, the law of fairness that all the laws written must comply with over time in a reasonable fashion. So we don't have to destroy the government. The people that are of evil, they say that I want to destroy the religions and the governments. Why don't they read the document? It's the World Fairness Agreement. The only place you can see it now is on thewayoffairness.com because my website is down and I don't have the money or the energy. I got too many attacks against me to be able to even deal with that yet. Isn't that funny? So, what kind of good's going to come from this? I have no idea. The more they try to harm me, the more they're helping me. Because I'm God. Have a great day.